Hello viewers, myself is Dr. Neeta and you are watching my channel Learn Literature with Dr. Neeta. So let us begin today's topic.
Hello dear students, today we would learn about drama of ideas. Prior to it you learnt about the problem plays, and this drama of idea is the modern manifestation of problem plays. Even in the drama, even in the problem plays, we discussed that the basic objective of the dramatist is to project some ideas, and here ideas have become very so significant that a separate kind of drama came out of those problem plays, and that is the drama of idea. But it is not essential that every problem play would be the drama of idea. Sometimes the problem plays are merely discussing the problems and they are not projecting any ideas. But here we are talking about those problems plays which are also projecting certain ideas. Prominence of ideas is there in these drama of or the plays of ideas. So let us begin. Drama of ideas. It is the modern manifestation, as I told you, of the problem play which were written with the purpose to stimulate or ignite the thoughts and discussion on the part of the audience. As I told you even in the video on problem play, that the purpose of these problem plays was to stimulate thought and discussion on the part of the audience. Now, this process of thought and discussion is intensely used in the drama of ideas. The stage is used by dramatists like George Bernard Shaw to give expression to certain ideas which they want to spread in society. Now, the main purpose was not to project the problem. The purpose is to project the idea, and what idea? Which the dramatist thinks to be right. He wants to project that idea in one way or in another. And that is why the stage is set in that particular manner through which that idea may be projected. The protagonist of these plays often express the viewpoint of the dramatist regarding certain issues, while the other character represent contrary and contradictory viewpoints. So protagonist is often the mouthpiece of the dramatist, and that is why he is expressing the viewpoint of the dramatist, while the other characters are presenting other or different views, and they are often contrary or contradictory to the views projected by the protagonist, who is the mouthpiece of the dramatist. Characters incessantly talk to explain and develop the idea, and probable objections to this idea are also raised. So this kind of setting is there on the stage. Characters are there, and some of the characters, especially protagonist, is projecting his own idea, while the other characters are contradicting it. They are giving contradictory views, and against those contradictory views the protagonist is posing his own idea, which is again contradictory to the views of the other characters. In this way the idea is developed, and when the idea is developed, then the function of dramatist fulfills, because that developed idea can easily be projected on the audience, and they may be asked or they may be inspired to think in that light. Discussion based on this conflict of idea successfully open new line of thinking to the audience. When audience is looking at this discussion on the stage, what happens? Audience may also be having his own ideology. People in audience would be having one ideology, they would be supporting one ideology or the other. whether they are the supporter of the ideology projected by the protagonist or they are the supporter of the ideology projected by the other characters. whatever may be the case. But when on the stage this discussion of ideas is trying to clarify the different points, audience also gets the chance to think in entirely a new light, and his own ideas also get changed. And this is the purpose of the dramatist. Characteristics of the drama of ideas. The theme, as I told you, the problems of day-to-day life or the philosophical problems are the theme of the drama of ideas. Characters are drawn to use them only as vehicles of ideas. This is the same case in problem play also. Characters are not developed. Characters are there on the stage merely to give voice to a particular idea. There is a little action and the main focus is on discussion arising from currents and cross currents of ideas related to the issue raised. So main emphasis is on the discussion, and that is why when the ideas are talking, so long speeches are there, the character is trying to justify his own points related to ideas, and that is why long discussions are there. And in this process the ideas are projected by the dramatist. Situation in the plot are used for the sake of explaining ideas, not for portraying the character. Each and everything on the stage is there not to develop the character or the plot, rather it is to explain that idea or to project that idea or to enhance the intensity of that idea or to decrease the intensity of that idea. Each and everything on the stage is planned in such a manner that that idea may be projected in a well established manner. Issues raised in the drama do not have emotional appeal, rather these excite the intellectual nature of man. They are not having emotional appeal, but they are having the intellectual appeal. It means they appeal the mind of the audience or the reader, and at the mental level they may feel the change of idea, or they may feel that the particular ideology is right, or they may feel what they think is right, or they may feel what they think is not right. It is the appeal to their mind. Transportation of idea is the underlying motive of the play. Though a long discussion is going on the stage and different characters are trying to contradict the ideas of one another, but the main purpose under this discussion is the transportation of that idea into the mind of the audience. The aim is to educate people through entertainment. It means the motive or the objective of the drama of idea is didactic. Though entertainment is also there, but the basic purpose is didactic. They want to give some lesson or they want to educate the audience. Now Shaw as a dramatist of ideas. Drama of idea is pioneered by George Bernard Shaw. The fundamental aim of his drama was the betterment of humanity by criticizing society. So they are of social nature, as I told you, and that is why the basic purpose is to improve the life conditions of human beings, for which the social evils have to be abolished from the society, and to abolish those social evils, criticism of society is essential. So in these drama, criticism of society is there. His characters are the product of social forces, and some of them are mere mouthpieces of his theories. That I told you previously also, that the characters are the especially protagonists are the mouthpiece of the theories. It means of the theory which is there in the mind of the dramatist, or the theories which are prevailing in the society. So each and every character is the representative of the one ideology or the another, and whole of the drama moves around those ideas. Through his drama, he wants to articulate his own ideas and philosophy. The purpose is to project his own idea, what he thinks is right, and that should be told to the audience. If he is directly going to tell that this is the idea which I think is right, nobody is going to accept his idea. So through step by step, he tries to project that idea. He propounded the philosophy of life force, which he attempts to disseminate through his drama. So this philosophy of life force has been projected by him, and in his dramas, through his dramas, he wants to project this also. He has the ability to make people think about the raised issue through his powerful and strong ideas. So this is the quality of Bernard Shaw, because his plays are very impressive and he has the capability, because he presents the thing in such a manner that he compels people to think about the raised issue and the ideas which he has expressed on the stage. Now the examples of drama of ideas. So this is all these 4 plays which I have mentioned on this slide are written by Bernard Shaw. Man and Superman, this is dealing with the idea of capitalism, social reform, male-female roles in courtship. And famous play Arms and the Man is dealing with the idea of false heroism and romanticizing of war. Pygmalion is again a famous play by Bernard Shaw, and it is dealing with the idea of social superiority and inferiority that work under the class system. And what Bernard Shaw does, he projects this idea that this superiority and inferiority is nothing, but it is the outcome of the class system. Candida is again a famous novel, and it is dealing with the Victorian notion of love and marriage, asking questions like what a woman really desires from her husband. It is a question nobody has asked prior to it, what a woman wants in the marriage. But in Candida, this thing has been projected that in a marriage, woman is as important as man is, and this idea has been silently projected by Bernard Shaw through his characterization of Candida, a strong female character. So I think you would be able to understand drama of ideas. So thanks for patience listening.